This is episode number 7, and today we talk about the recap of the last 7 days at Prolix Media, the Apple conference, and everything to expect from Apple in the next little while, as well as breaking down our favorite video commercial of the week. Let's jump into it. Hello and welcome to another episode of the Prolix Podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in. On the Prolix Podcast, we talk about photography, videography, projects we've been working on, tech news, and then break down our favorite video from this week. But before we jump into all that, please do check us out on Instagram at Prolix Media, where we post quite often so you can keep up with what we're up to. And don't forget to follow us while you're there, of course. Also, feel free to subscribe to our YouTube channel, also Prolix Media, so you don't miss out on any of our new videos, commercials, podcasts, unboxing videos, and so on. We're on a mission to about 10K subscribers, not about, but like exactly 10K subscribers, and we'd love to have you join the journey, so please do that. Now, before we actually jump into the main meat and bread and butter, I think they call it, of the podcast, I got a question of the week for you, and I'm not gonna lie, I don't have a question of the week for you because, as I've mentioned before in previous podcasts, Jordan here. What?
You just come up with it, right?
I just come up with it and I wing it. Yeah. So today, question of the week is, what do you think of content creation with a cell phone versus content creation with cameras and professional equipment? And what's your comparison of that? And kind of like, you know, comparing the two, and what's your thoughts on one versus the other?
That's actually a really good question, because I've had this debate with people before about like it always comes down to equipment or which professional thing you have, or the best video camera, best camera, all this, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
And oh god, and just
we're good. Mike just fell over, but we're good.
But it always like is like an excuse almost, that people are like, oh, like I can't make what I want to make because I don't have the right equipment, or like, oh, this is holding me back. You know what I mean? Like that happens so often.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of people, and even my brother, who has great equipment, is a big voucher for you just creating with whatever you have.
Yeah.
Right. So like if you can make something or tell a story or whatever with your phone, it's like it's so quick for us to like judge that. I mean, like, oh, you can tell the quality's not quite there, but if they're like composition's good, if they're good at telling stories, if they make movies on their phone, that's amazing. Like I'm sure there's people that make better movies than I can using only their iPhone. Versus like you using a video equipment. Like if someone gave me like a Red, I would probably make a shitty movie.
Yeah. So it's more about, I think what you're trying to say is that it's more about the desire to create.
Yeah. And then having the tools to just do it. And if literally now there's like less excuses than ever to create stuff if you want to.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're always so quick to be like, we put it off because you don't have the right equipment, but you have it in your pocket right now to make a movie.
And it's kind of crazy. I think we discussed this last time, is that phones nowadays have better cameras than better built-in cameras than cameras were
like 10 years ago.
10 years ago. Yeah, and I remember like seeing like 14 megapixels in like a newspaper or catalog ad or whatever 10 years ago, and 14 megapixels, like freaking like $3,000 for a DSLR, and now we have like the new Huawei with like, what is it, 25 megapixels or something stupid?
I thought it was like 40 something.
Or 40, yeah. Sorry, I didn't want to say something retarded.
But it's big,
yeah, it's huge. And I mean, like nowadays it's not even about megapixels anymore either. But I have to definitely agree with you, is that it's more so the desire and the creativity of each individual rather than the equipment. And I think actually what I do believe is that, I mean, it's going to be a bold statement, but I do believe that what makes a creator is being able to create something out of nothing and use the natural environment, use natural props, like natural meaning like stuff that you have in the household or whatever, or like stuff that you have at the location, rather than like big budget shoots and then you have 20 people helping you set up flashes,
like all
and
those
you just press a button,
like,
you know?
All those things like make it easier.
Right.
Do it, sure. Like that will always like make it easier, but
for sure
it shouldn't be like, I can't do it because I don't have those things. And
Yeah.
like we've talked about this before, but both of us, when we were first getting started, like built our own shit.
Like crane and slider.
like,
I built a slider
Same.
out of those kitchen drawer
and
sliders.
I used like PVC piping and like to build like stabilizers way before
Yeah,
there
yeah.
was even anything. Like
Yeah. I built a crane that was literally the length of my mom's car, and she would be so mad when it should have to drive me to something stupid for me to film with this
that's awesome.
crane. Yeah.
But that's the thing, right? Like we obviously at those ages like could not afford to drop like
$1,000
on
or
something
more.
like, right? So you're like, okay, well, let me go spend $30 at Home Depot.
Yeah,
and
my
I'll figure
allowance
this
money
out.
basically.
and
Yeah, and I'll figure this out. Yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. But yeah, okay, definitely. We're on the same page there.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let us know what you guys think about, the creative world and like creating with a phone versus creating with expensive equipment. Let us know your take on it in the comment section below on whatever platform you're listening to. We'd love to hear your thoughts, and we'll definitely share them on the next podcast as well.
Yeah.
Now that's the question of the day. So let's go through the week recap. So we had a couple things. So we had so this is in the last 7 days since the last podcast. Last Wednesday, we went to Audi Winnipeg and we filmed a couple of interview videos, introduction videos for all the salespeople. So what we're doing there is basically they have all the photos of all the employees on the website. But now what we want to do is also, or what they want to do and asked us to do is basically, so they have each employee that's front facing, basically the sales staff and the management staff would have their own introduction video that's about up to like 4 minutes or so.
Oh, okay.
And they're going to be basically like different personality questions and what their favorite Audi is and why they like the automotive industry and stuff like that. So
That's
people
pretty cool.
basically get to know them more before coming down to the dealership. Another thing we filmed is also a certified pre-owned video. The challenge there was that all their Audi vehicles that are 5 years or newer are priced $2,000 to $3,000 more than the competitors selling them that are not Audi dealerships. So like say like a Volkswagen or Mitsubishi dealership that got like a pre-owned Audi is selling the cars for cheaper, but that's why we did the CPO certified pre-owned Audi video for Audi Winnipeg, because to show the value of certified pre-owned Audis. Right. And why people are paying more. So that was kind of the challenge. And the reason people are paying more is because they offer extended warranty that's 2 years longer. Right. They offer warranty up to 160K instead of 80,000 kilometers. They offer like a bunch of other services. Anyways, that's a long spiel about, but I'm trying to share with you guys like what the challenge was and what the video we did to do that, right? So to show people the value of buying there and why you pay more. Last Thursday, that was an interesting story. So it was my friend's birthday last Wednesday, okay? So we're sitting... No, by the time you're listening to this, probably 2 weeks ago, but we're sitting there on Wednesday and it's my buddy's birthday and my other buddy shows up, Shrey. I'm sure you guys have seen him on our Instagram. And he's like, hey, what are you doing tomorrow? And asking about Thursday. So then I'm looking at my calendar and my calendar is literally stacked. I just got all day, just packed with stuff. We were supposed to film a video all day that was going to be like content for Prolex. I had like 2 meetings, this, and this. And I'm like, man, calendar's booked. And this is 9:30 p.m. on a Wednesday.
Yeah.
And this guy's like, listen, I got invited to a private track day event, like racetrack for cars. It's the guy rented a track for him and all his buddies, and he invited me. This is Shrey telling me this, and it's going to be a bunch of supercars. So like Porsche GT3s, like Camaros, Corvettes, like Aston Martin, this, that, whatever. And Shrey was like, I'm taking my Audi R8. Do you want to come? And I'm like, you freaking asshole. You couldn't tell me like a week prior? You definitely didn't get invited today. He's like, man, look, last minute decision, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, fine. So then I like basically went and texted everybody and was like, hey, listen, something very important came up. Unfortunately, we can't do what we're supposed to do tomorrow, blah, blah. Anyways, within the next half an hour, completely tossed around my day on Thursday, made it empty, rescheduled everything. And we went to the track. We show up to the track, it's empty. There's literally like 8 to 10 cars and all like high caliber supercars.
That's so cool.
Yeah, and this guy just rented it and he showed up with this like a massive trailer with his race car to basically race the track. And the reason he's doing that is because he tried to come with the open track days, which means that they're open invite. Anybody can come and like do hot laps, which means like just rip around the track. But it was different race classes, obviously. So slow cars, medium, speed cars. That's bad terminology, but you get what I'm saying. Yeah. And then super fast cars, right? So he just wanted to go out for a couple laps by himself during those days, and the organization was like, no, you can't just go because people can't just wait around and watch you lap this track. So he's like, okay, you know what, screw you guys, I'm gonna just rent the track for myself and my friends. So he did that. Anyways, that was awesome because there was a lot of like obviously influential and wealthy people there, which are always good to know. So it was good networking, fun times on the track with Trey. Cassidy put the video right here of us with Trey in the R8. Anyways, we ripped around with Trey in the R8. That was fun. Got some cool video and photos. Friday was just an office day. We sat at the office all day with Jordan, worked away. On Sunday, I went out and actually did a house real estate photos for Cole Shapansky, local realtor. We still do a little bit of real estate, definitely not as much as last year. Just because we're changing the direction of the business. Monday, we actually went and scouted the location for next event. Jordan, you want to tell us a little about that?
The location's awesome. It's super cool. And the event now that this podcast is out is live. So you should definitely go check that out. It's on Eventbrite. Yeah, or the link's probably in our bio right now. So you can check that out.
What do you search on Eventbrite?
Just Prolix.
Photography
Hangout number 6. Yeah,
6. That's crazy. It's 6-1, man. That's wild.
Yeah, it's called The Heist. There's some little hidden bonus things that you'll find out closer to the event day. But
that have to do with the heist.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. I'm excited about this one. Yeah, it should be good. It's a little I'm just worried about lights, just because it's a little bit dark
all over. So what it is actually is. Should I tell them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
So basically,
it's live now.
It's live now, yeah. So it's basically going to be an event where there's going to be 3 different locations, 3 different setups, and there's going to be 6 models, 2 models per setup within the building. One location, one kind of setup in the building is going to be one room with like really old school gold ceilings and 2 of these like really old school armchairs with a fire pit. Second setting is going to be in this like cognac cigar looking room, so like rustic wood, like dark
old leather chairs. And
yeah, and like a fireplace, and it's like very like presidential office looking space.
Yeah.
And then the third location is going to be actually, should I tell them? Can't tell them?
It's live now.
Yeah, it's live now. Okay. Third location is going to be these like 2 old safes, massive safe rooms they have in the basement of this place, which is actually used to be a bank. It used to be,
so there's like big vaults in the basement.
And the safe doors are open, and basically we can take pictures with these safe doors and like kind of like the cage looking, not fence, what do you want to, like, how do you call it, like a
it kind of looks like it looks like a jail almost.
Like a jail wall.
Bars,
these bars, behind bars basically, and we're going to have 3 different model setups, model looks. So 2 African American gentlemen are going to be in black and white suits, 2 girls, younger girls, are going to be with hip hop style, and then the third look is going to be this girl is going to be tattooed and with a guy with a bicycle stash. So they're like very modern couple. If you guys know them, Barty from 441 Maine and or Bart, I guess. Sorry. And
it says Barty Party on his thing.
Yeah, Barty Party. So Barty Party, and then Philly Pop, I think her username is on Instagram.
For the hip hop stuff, where are you getting it from? Nick?
Oh,
have we talked to him yet?
We haven't. We haven't. We were good because we're gonna do Denali for the sponsor for that, but then they don't do hip hop clothes. So we're gonna.
Well, they said they could do the suits and then the other outfit.
Yeah, so we're gonna try to talk to Nick because he has a couple female clothes, like female.
Yeah. Well, like, and even if they dressed in like baggy or men's clothing, that's fine.
That's fine. Cool, it's a cool look.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna have a sponsor, UN Luggage, who are gonna basically sponsor the luggage for us, and then we're gonna have watches as well. So it's gonna be basically themed around watches and bags.
Like, and accessories.
Accessory shoot, yeah. So that's that, and then and we started working with a local builder that's doing big things. They're doing very kind of new things in Winnipeg that are not heard of before. Doing show homes, infills, and they're building a massive, or not massive, but like a big project.
It's pretty big. It's 6 inches shy of a high rise.
Really?
Yeah. They were supposed to, like, again, I was at that meeting for like a while, so they were talking about how they are supposed to stay like outside of 12 inches for safety because of how the measurements can change with like inside the ceilings and things like that. Like there's a little bit, they pushed it to within 6 inches.
Wow, of a high rise.
Of a high rise, which is like they don't have a permit for. So yeah, so it's like very strict. So that meeting that I went to, I don't know if I'm even supposed to say this. The meeting that I went to, they were all like very on, like, we have to get every measurement exactly right because we have no room for error.
Wow.
Yeah.
Can you imagine the pressure on the
Yeah. Like the
project manager?
architects, which are actually just down Osborne, they're BLDG.
Okay.
Like right there, yeah. They were very, like, we need to, like, any decision, like, we're 10 minutes away, call us, we'll show up, we'll look at it, and we'll make the call right then and there.
Wow.
Yeah, like,
That's crazy. So anyways, what we're doing there is we're doing an 18-month time lapse of this like building going up on University Crescent, and we're also doing some content for the builder for their like Instagram as well. So you went to do a couple photos of a demolition going down for of a house that they're going to build a sixplex on that property, and then also later that day you also went to that meeting on site of 30 University Crescent to to get some photos of that for the content of their Instagram account. By the way, you should check that out, 30.uc. We're running an Instagram page and doing all the content. You guys should go check it out, follow it, support it. Cassidy put on the video the Instagram tagline right here. Yeah, and then after that, and earlier today, exciting news. We told you guys before, but we got the DJI Osmo Action right here. Yeah. Ta-da! Anyways,
awesome.
So
cool.
the packaging looks cool.
Yeah.
Wait, did I just say we unboxed it earlier, but it's in the box right now? I did. Shit. Well, that's just the box.
When did we say we unboxed it?
I just said we unboxed it. I just lied on the podcast.
We didn't unbox it yet.
What I meant to say is we're going to unbox it today. My bad.
We reboxed it.
Yeah, we reboxed it after unboxing it. That's actually a new style video. Reboxing the Osmo.
Yeah, we get things in pieces and we put them together.
Yeah, and we guess where they go. Anyway, so that's the Osmo. Actually, I love the packaging so far. We're going to do that unboxing video later today. Pretty exciting. So that's going to be my new vlog camera, and we're going to use the GoPro Hero 7 Black for time-lapse of the 30UC. Okay.
Cool.
So that was actually on our tech news a couple episodes ago.
Yeah,
but let's talk about
we
tech
said
news.
that we were going to get it, and now we got it.
did.
That's crazy.
See, we don't lie. We actually tell the truth. Anyways,
Amazing.
So now let's talk about tech news. Jordan, you want to take the throne
Sure.
there?
And before we jump into the big Apple conference thing, this is kind of fun. Did you ever play Sega?
I did not.
Man, great. They, last, I don't know, maybe 2 years ago, they released like the Super Nintendo like Mini,
Okay.
and it's got like a bunch of games like preloaded on it.
Oh, yeah,
So
yeah,
they're
I've
doing
heard of
that. They're doing that again, but just with the Sega. So it's got like some super classic games, Street Fighters on it. You heard of Road Rash?
No.
Oh my gosh, it's so good.
Dude, I clearly didn't have a childhood.
This game, I was terrible at it, but it's so fun.
it's so
it's like a
good.
motorcycle racing game.
Okay.
But you could like get weapons like chains and clubs and stuff. So while you're driving, you could like hit each other off the other bikes. And this is like an old game.
Right.
But it's gonna be on. I'm excited. It's only like $80, and you get like 50 games on.
Wait,
the
what's
thing.
$80?
The Sega, and you get like 50 of the games preloaded.
Wait, what the hell?
yeah.
$80?
And yeah.
Since
and then
when one?
It's gonna sell out immediately. These things go out so fast because
no,
it's
but
all these
they're obviously
classic
gonna
little
restock,
games.
right?
Maybe, I don't know.
It's not like
Like the
limited
other-
run.
I think it might be. I don't know.
Come on.
The other ones sold out. I haven't seen them anymore. But
Really?
yeah, but so it's kind of cool.
So what is it gonna look like?
I think it's just gonna look like the Sega, but just mini. Because the games are so small. And it's funny because like back then games were so big. When you punch the cartridges into the thing, they're huge. You have to blow on them for 15 minutes
to get them to work?
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Now there's like 50 games on the thing.
That's awesome.
Yeah, no, it's pretty cool. And now into like the real tech announcements. So like at that Worldwide Developers Conference, Apple obviously like released all of their new shit. The biggest one was like the Mac Pro,
Which is
like
$5,000.
it's like $6,000, like
$5,999. Yeah. That's
crazy. Yeah, it looks like a cheese grater.
Yeah, which is great. Honestly, if I'm gonna spend $6,000, I'm gonna sell my cheese graters on Kijiji and just use that thing. Like, may as well. Multi-purpose.
You may as well,
right?
yeah. You got to get as much out of it as possible. But
Yeah.
It also like was released with like the Pro Display XDR, which is just like HDR. They
Did
just
you
replaced
freaking
it.
see how much the stand cost? The stand
Just the
alone
stand is
is $9.99.
Yeah, it's a
like
grand,
not $9 by the way, $999
$99
US dollars for the stand.
Yeah, they shouldn't have announced the differences in prices at the conference with and without the stand. That was stupid.
Because now people are
they could have
hating.
they could have just put that on the website when it launched, and people wouldn't have made a big hubbub about it. Literally, like, why would you be on stage and be like, guess what? You can ship it without the stand, and it's this much price. Everyone in the crowd, $1,000. What? That's so dumb. I
just don't get where. See, the thing is that like I bet you people are still gonna buy the freaking stand.
Oh yeah.
Because that's what
Why would
Apple
you get it
is.
without it?
No, I know, stupid people. Yeah, why would
Yeah.
you even do that? But the funny thing is that the stand is $1,000. You can buy top of the line laptops from other makers
Yeah.
for $1,000.
Yeah.
Not top of the line,
Well,
but like
yeah.
pretty high.
And
grade.
the thing with this is like it kind of seems like Apple's kind of going back to the fact that you can like upgrade and customize this a little bit
More?
It's not like a PC, but you can dive into it a little bit more.
Yeah.
Like this one's they introduced a new video accelerator. They're calling it the Afterburner, which is supposed to allow you to edit ProRes and ProRes RAW in like 8K, which is like wild. And then
How big is the RAM?
I have
That-
no
that's
idea.
what's
32 gigs, I think. 32 gigs of RAM.
That's insane.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive. I mean, but you can do that with like a custom build.
Okay, that's not insane. Sorry, that was autocorrect. Yeah, that's pretty impressive
Yeah.
actually. Wasn't it 64 gigs of RAM? I swear.
Maybe that's the other thing. Maybe it's just the different option packages. Like the starting, if you get like the base set, so like the base whatever Mac Pro, the stand, and the new display that's supposed to like
It's over 10K.
pair with it.
It's over 10K.
$12,000.
American.
Yeah.
American.
What? That's stupid.
For one.
Like, that's ridiculous. Like,
I remember the
there's no
days
way.
where like the top of the line Mac Pro, not Mac Pro, sorry, the
Like
Mac
the iMac or whatever?
iMac
Yeah.
was like $6,000, and I looked at it
Yeah.
and I was like, this is absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
But then again, this was like
Yeah.
probably 5-6 years ago, right?
Yeah.
Now they're selling a computer setup for $12,000,
That's crazy.
and that's starting. I bet you can customize it further.
Yeah,
to
no,
make it
and
like
it's gonna
taller.
go way further up than that.
But like, what do you even need that for?
It's supposed to be for like that creator realm. It seems like for like the video editors, photography, and all that, like multitasking and.
But like, man, this is a
After
3-year-old
Effects.
MacBook, and I'm editing photos on it that are out of a 5D Mark IV,
Yeah.
which are 25 megabytes each.
Yeah, but I guess like.
Okay, maybe
I don't
video,
know,
like
there's
out of a
some
red
Super, yeah, with like rendering and things like that, and like in that
realm.
size is pretty.
Yeah, that makes
pretty
sense. Okay,
big.
yeah, makes
Yeah.
sense. Okay,
And like on top of that, they also released. What else did they get?
the new iPad.
Oh yeah, the iPad's new iOS. So they have like their own OS for iPad now, which is kind of
Oh.
cool. So
Really?
they're kind of branching away from like having just like one thing that branches over all of their
Devices.
all of their devices. So iPad's gonna have its own thing, literally just called iPad OS, and it just like showed off some better multitasking. It apparently supports like USB thumb drives now, and you can like import directly from a camera. It's basically turning the tablet into a laptop.
Yeah,
Yeah, which is pretty
Instead of
cool.
limiting
Like the
it, because,
iPad
well-
Pro does look really good.
for sure.
Yeah.
But the one thing that it did lack is that on a Samsung or whatever tablet, you could plug in a camera, you could plug
Right,
in a USB, versus here you could also, but you can only import, like, you needed like an attachment,
Yeah.
and then you also could only import into photos instead of into a folder. I'm pretty
I
sure.
hate that.
Yeah, I hate that too.
I
yeah.
hate photos. I just don't like the
Yeah.
iPhotos thing.
It's
That's
stupid.
dumb. I
Absolutely dumb.
Just let me
dumb.
put it where I want to put it. I hate that, especially with like plugging in my phone. I don't want to import it into one like through iTunes. Just let
Yeah.
me take the shit
Just-
off of it and put
and
it
put it
somewhere
on a
that I
folder.
want.
Yeah, like why do you have to add that?
So
extra
dumb.
Well, you know why? Because they want to keep you in the ecosystem no matter what you do.
It's so annoying. Like, and that was the thing. Like, I cleared off that laptop, and then I had to like immediately pull back the pictures because like a lot of them go through iPhone. It's dumb. And then the other thing, the last thing I guess, is like iOS 13, which is introducing dark mode. That's all I care about. I don't care what other things it does. I just want.
I
Dark
feel like you
mode.
got to say it like that. Dark mode.
Yeah.
There you go.
Anything. It does other stuff, but that's not important.
Yeah, no.
Cracking down on privacy, better portrait mode. Siri can read and write from your AirPods, and you can also introduce like that music sharing. So like if I have AirPods, but I don't. But if
'Cause you're
you
not
have AirPods and you
cool.
have another person who has AirPods, you can share your music to other people's
See?
AirPods, which is sick.
I feel like if you're on Tinder, you need AirPods. By the
I'm
way,
not on
Jordan's
Tinder
on
anymore.
Tinder.
No, I'm not anymore.
Not anymore? Are you sure? Did
Yes.
you get too many fucking bombarded
Yeah, I
messages?
was like, holy smokes, it's
This
just
is
going ding, ding,
Ding,
ding,
ding,
And I
ding.
was like,
Yeah.
well, I need to turn this off.
yeah, it's distracting during work
It was-
hours.
Yeah, it's just all because of that shout out.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Well,
no,
listen, I work
13
magic. You just owe me money now. Okay, so sorry guys, we just have this shitty camera that it's actually not shitty. It's just shitty in the fact that it,
Yeah, it's got this a 15-minute limit.
which is
Before it
stupid.
clicks off.
What do you even get done in 15 minutes? I can't even make a sandwich in 15 minutes. I'm just kidding, because I don't make sandwiches. Thanks, Megs. No, I'm kidding. Okay, I'm kidding.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Anyways. Anyways. This is where we're supposed to do our sponsor break.
That was a nice tie. So our sponsor break today is Wonder Bread.
Yeah.
Make the best sandwiches possible.
That would be great if it was actually that. But we don't really have any sponsors, so this is where we're supposed to talk to them. Well, we have like a couple, but we still have to work that out a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, so if you are interested in having your business promoted or a product or service or anything like that promoted on the show, please feel free to reach out to us. You can reach out to us on Instagram or email,
or
team
email.
at Prolix.
Yeah, or like hit us up on MySpace,
CA.
you know? You get on our space with your space on MySpace.
Is that still a thing?
I feel like it's like a website.
But it's not like
I feel like a bunch of like
upkept
35 plus year olds just go on there like, you remember these days? You know?
I thought, man, I feel like they were shutting it down or something. I don't know.
It could be. I don't know. Anyways.
But yeah, if you want some promotion done, you want some.
Yeah, if you make bomb
traffic.
sandwiches is what he's trying to say.
Yeah,
Feel free to
hit
bring us some sandwiches.
Jim.
And
Subway.
Yeah, Subway sandwiches. Thanks,
Sponsor
Jim.
this Subway.
Yeah, please. Look,
yeah.
we'll eat your sandwiches and we'll give an honest review.
We won't even say anything bad this time.
No, we'll give an honest review that they're amazing, they're bomb, they taste amazing, they're super good, and did I mention
and
they're
they definitely don't taste like cardboard.
No, they taste amazing, is what I'm trying to say. Yeah. So thanks, Subway, for potentially sponsoring this this part of the show. But for real, if you have a business or service or product you'd like us to shout out and like us to try it on the show, we'd love to. Can you imagine trying like eating Subway sandwiches in slow motion with close up on our face?
No, I don't want to do that.
Okay, maybe not that. But like if Audi or Lamborghini want to sponsor us, like we'll do a podcast on wheels.
Sure.
And like drive your car.
Oh, that would be so cool.
And just say
nice things about it.
Yeah, nice thing. This thing is awesome. We hit the speed limit in fashion.
So fast.
It's so fast at hitting the speed limit.
But another thing, if you don't have a business or product or service and you're just a fan of the show and want to support us, you can head over to patreon.com/ProlixPodcast. We have a couple different tiers there where you can support us. It's not much money. It's a little bit of change, and all of the money helps us keep making this show, making it grow and making it better than ever. So you can head over there and pick whatever tier you'd like to. And the people that support us on Patreon will get exclusive content like question and answer video segments. You'll be able to get shout outs on the show. You can come down to the office for a high five, but only if you support us on Patreon. So head over to patreon.com/Prolix Podcast.
And it's literally chump change. So basically, after hearing a sponsor break about Subway, you go and get a $5 footlong with a $10 bill. Your change can go towards Patreon to basically come to the show, eat your Subway sandwich on camera. And give us a high five. So yeah, basically just support us on Patreon. Also, I was going to say, if you are an interesting person that has an interest in this field that we talk about, in the content creation field, and you want to be on the podcast, listen, we don't have a mic for you, but if you want to, I'm just kidding. We'll set up another mic. You sit down with Jordan on the couch there, and we'd love to have you on the podcast. So please hit us up at on Instagram at Prolix Media, or shoot us an email, info@prolixmedia.ca. We'd love to have you on. If you have a story to share, if you want to share your thoughts about the creative industry, or if you're just an outgoing, talkative person.
Nice.
Listen,
I was going to expand on that and just say you don't even need to be an interesting person.
You can be just a boring person.
You just want to be on the show,
Listen, the couch is big. If you want to take a nap on the couch and be on camera, you're more than welcome to. You'll be like a Prolix. I don't even know what I'm trying to say.
I don't know.
Yeah, we'll just cut it there. But anyways, now it's time to do a video breakdown.
See, and this commercial is very short.
Which is fine.
I wanted to have like a bunch from the series, but I couldn't find them. I made this joke on Twitter. If you don't follow me on Twitter, you should.
Okay, you're literally going to shamelessly plug yourself right now on the Prolix podcast. You're going to plug yourself.
Here's my Twitter.
What's the Twitter?
I don't even know.
Shut up. You don't know what your Twitter is. Come on. I bet you on Tinder, you're like, follow me on Twitter. Just like all those girls do. No. You're like, you want to.
It's at Johnson_J. There you go. Super easy. Hit me up on Twitter.
Johnson?
Yeah.
_J.
Yep.
Is it Johnson_Jordan?
No, just Johnson_J.
Oh, just J. What's J stand for?
John.
John. Gerald, I think.
John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt. No.
That's
Anyways.
you? Jeez.
Yeah, that's me.
Oh, wow.
That's
I never knew.
What the song's about.
Oh, is that your secret identity that you came to... never mind.
I don't know where that was going.
Me neither. Honestly, my brain just went in a different direction. I was like, stop. Okay, so this is the ad.
It's part of a series. This is a bit of a throwback. It's from 2009, or around there, 2009, 2010.
Kung Fu, not my forte. That is.
Sick.
Yeah, and the reason I wanted to have a bunch of them, I just couldn't find the other versions. But there's a bunch of super short commercials just like that, where it's someone saying, "Oh, something, something. That's not my forte, but that is," and it's brilliant.
That's amazing.
Yeah, super short and sweet.
But like,
Good
okay,
joke.
well, actually, let's just go through this commercial first.
Yeah,
So, first of all,
establishing shot.
and you got the little bike drive by, the little sound effect,
Yeah,
and you got the car in there already, right? Very plain background, and the car stands out because modern looking car and like a brick background stands out nice. And of course they have the yin yang sign over
Yeah,
here. That's
yeah.
hilarious. That's like, I feel like that's almost, nowadays you couldn't do that. I feel like people would be like, oh, that's racist.
would they? A yin yang?
No, because that's like stereotypical, like to kung fu.
Well, sure.
But
I guess
maybe they
so.
have a background in kung. I don't know. I don't
Yeah,
know
I
yin
don't
yang
know.
enough. But anyways, they added that, right? Stunt performer professional did not attempt. I was just gonna go jump
Yeah,
through
I
our
wanted to
window, but
get
never
kicked through a
mind.
window
then.
too. I also like that like the car is clearly there, but like you pointed it out so quickly. But in the first few seconds, I would not have known. That
Dude,
was a
I
car
didn't
ad.
even notice the car was there until the
would-
last shot.
I wouldn't have noticed it was a car ad.
Yeah, no, me neither. I just
Yeah.
noticed it the second
Just
time
parked
we
there,
watched.
Yeah.
Kung Fu?
And I like the fact that it's like he like doesn't notice the camera almost at the first, so like
Yeah.
he acts like it's
Kinda
not there.
reacts to it. Yeah.
He's like, oh, hi.
Not my forte. That is.
How many shots is this? 4? 4 shots, I'm pretty sure. Establishing shot,
Okay, establishing shot.
window,
2,
cropped in,
3.
Kung Fu?
and then the car
Not my
shot.
forte. That is.
Yeah, 4 shots.
That's it. That's it, and that's all you need, guys. That's literally all you need.
Yes,
That's
that's
this.
super
This
simple.
teaches an amazing lesson. It's just
Yeah.
like one point, and the fact they like when A&W does this too, where they do a series of like different commercials about what you know, like about
Like when they release, like, oh, it's the Buddy Burger for 90.
literally the
$1.99 or
latest.
whatever.
Like this is jumping away from this commercial, but the latest one from A&W is literally a guy sitting in the car, and he's like, and sitting in the car with that typical the A&W dude, you know,
Yeah.
like the middle-aged bald dude,
Yeah.
right? And he's sitting in the car and takes a bite, and he's like, that's a real burger, and that's it. It's like 5 seconds. That's it.
See, I've noticed that over the last few years, even when I was in school, that A&W was like one of, if not one of the only companies to do it, where they always make their YouTube pre-roll ads in under the 5 seconds, because then you can't skip it.
Yeah.
And you don't need to skip it. One, I'm not mad at this commercial because I don't have to hit skip. It's done already. And everything is like there for you to know in the 5 seconds, and then
Yeah.
they're gone. And then you
Yeah.
can get on with your video.
yeah.
I'm glad when an A&W commercial shows up.
It's kind of funny you say that, because we had a client of ours, the duck
Yeah.
cleaning company, and he said when we pitched him another idea that had to do with like, it's funny,
Yeah.
the one you came up with.
Yeah.
And he like right away he's like, oh, it's like the A&W commercials. You're saying like super short and sweet. I'm like, yeah. And he's
Yeah.
like the funny one. And I'm like, yeah. And he said the same thing you said. He's like, I'm not even mad. I don't want to skip it. I actually watched the commercial from
And
A&W.
you don't even need to skip it. Like, yeah, one, you don't want to skip it because it's like, okay, it's kind of funny. But two, it's already done. Then you're
Also,
you're
something
over it
about those
already.
commercials, the fact that there's no hard sell there, is that
Yeah.
makes you not mad at it. It's not like forcing you to
Yeah,
buy.
it's just reminding you that this is a thing. So
Yeah.
we have this.
You
That's
should
it.
try it.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, amazing. Anyway, so what can we learn from this commercial?
Keep it simple. That was like same with the other one. Well, the other one we watched
Kiss,
last time was
right?
like, yeah.
Kisses.
The other one was like a little more complex. This is like very, you have one line. They have a punchline. That's literally it. And they reused it and throughout the whole series. That's not my forte or whatever. Super simple. They broke it down to just wordplay. And then every one of the commercials was like that. So like how long is it? 15 seconds or something?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah.
We need to make commercials.
Yeah,
like
we
that.
do. Yeah, that again. That's the thing that it's got the humor that sticks. Like this joke stuck with me.
Yeah,
So I
that's
made
not
it
my
the other
forte.
day. Yeah,
This
like-
is
Yeah, super simple.
nice. I like it. We should definitely do that with our clients and
Yeah.
from Prolix.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's
I mean,
it.
that was pretty quick one. How long did that take? Like, not long at all?
What, the podcast?
Yeah.
We're at like 35 minutes right now.
Wow, this is a short one. We
Yeah,
should
it's
give
a
them
short-
something extra.
Like what? You want to dance for them or something?
No. That's too much.
You think so?
Yeah. I'm not going to dance. It's an audio-based thing.
But like dance and
I mean,
they
there is a
can-
video. You could go to the... Yeah, if you're listening on Spotify, go to our YouTube and you can see me dancing right now. I'm not actually. But they don't know that. They're going to go to YouTube. Check it. And I'm not going to be dancing.
Do you want to please tell them where to go? At Prolix Media YouTube, right?
Yeah, you can find us on pretty much anything, but YouTube will have the whole video of the podcast. But if you're going to be listening for audio, anywhere that you can find podcasts, we're pretty much on it. So Podbean, Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. There's like 7 more. I don't know. There's tons. And I don't know the names of them.
But
But what?
well, that's it. I was just gonna say that I think that's all we have time for today.
Oh, yeah.
But hold on, I got a question for you. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna do like a challenge. Okay.
Oh, no. Okay.
For all the audience. Okay. So what we need from you is.
From me?
No, not from you.
Oh,
from
thank
you.
God.
Like not everything's about you, Jordan. Relax.
Well, whenever it's like a question or challenge, I think it's directed at me. Anyways.
Okay. Look, get off of Tinder. Get your head in the game.
I did get off of Tinder.
What do you sound like?
Listen. Linda.
Wow, you're really trying to drive that message to somebody.
It's
eh?
gone, okay?
Ooh.
Look at my phone.
Okay, listen. I've downloaded an app that can hide other apps before too, so not need to.
Whoa, he just doxed himself. I don't have that.
I was just hiding Angry Bird or whatever the game was that got banned.
Sure.
No, what was the game that got banned? Flappy Bird.
Flappy Bird.
Yeah, I just didn't want the cops to see that I had that on my phone, so
Yeah.
that's why I had to hit it.
Yeah, definitely when you're driving. Were you speeding? No, I'm just
No.
playing Flappy Bird.
Oh, I thought you were texting, but Flappy Bird, that's illegal. Yeah, we gotta.
What's your high score?
Yeah, it's under 1,000. We're gonna have to arrest you.
Anyways, not on Tinder.
Okay, shut the. Okay, listen, as I said, it's not about you. That's the question for
What
the
is the
audience.
challenge? Okay.
That's the challenge. We need suggestions. We love engaging with the audience, with you guys, and basically, as I said, if you guys want to be on the show, we'd love to have you. And also, if you guys have any suggestions of things we should talk about on the show, like fun commercials to watch, or if you guys have any suggestions for things we should discuss on the show, or like any topics to discuss, or anything in the creative industry, please do let us know on Instagram at Prolix Media. Send us a DM or through email info@prolixmedia.ca. Again, if you want to sponsor the podcast, we'd be happy to have you as well. Yeah, and that's about it. I mean, if you're gonna go to Instagram and check us out at Prolix Media, we do post stories pretty much daily of what we're up to, and kind of sharing behind the scenes stuff and posting stuff from all of our shoots and everything. So do follow us on there, and also don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel where you can watch these. If you're listening to them, you can watch these in video and see what goes down in the office, and Jordan trying to defend himself that he doesn't have Tinder and so on. And also the unboxing videos are on there, our commercials are on there that we did for clients and so on. So do check us out, subscribe while you're there. And yeah, until next time, thank you very much for listening. Cheers.